Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Unfiltered Feed podcast. So, the World Cup is right around the corner. Obviously, our content will also revolve around it. And at the time of recording, we have got action to kick off in less than 2 hours. So, I thought it is a good time to quickly sum up what I saw in the warm ups. Uh, Anything only I saw. So, before I begin, I would like to ask Yash, uh, did you catch at least one of the warm ups? Because I like the fact that ICC actually posted highlights on YouTube. I don't know if they'll do it for the main tournament, but did you catch any of the highlights?
Yeah, surprisingly. I watched the India South Africa highlights and I have a few things to say about that. But then I also watched the New Zealand US match highlights, which was also a very close contest. And I was following the other scores on Cricinfo, so I do have some idea.
Yeah, so that's good to know. I think New Zealand played a very close game, and to be honest, they did play at full strength in that game. So it only excites me for the main tournament that we've got good competition. And USA, they scored 200 in both of their warm-ups against India A and against New Zealand. So that's a good sign for them. They'll be playing their first game against India at the Wankhede. So by chance, if they get to bat first, maybe they can put pressure on India. You never know. I
Yeah.
think something that I really enjoyed watching was Italy. They won both their warm-ups, which is unbelievable. Kind of expected.
Unexpected.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are doing really well. They defeated Ireland last month, and here they came into the warm-ups and defeated Canada, and quite comprehensively. And then they defeated UAE by over 100 runs, which is
Wow.
unbelievable. I think Grant Stewart was the player to watch out for me, and he picked up a 3-4, and the Mosca brothers batted really well. So I'm really looking forward to Italy. And the other thing that intrigued me was, of course, Oman. Uh, they also looked very good, and finally, I saw a bit of aggression in their batting. Amir Kaleem and Jatinder Singh, both of them looked really good, and Hamad Mirza as well. So I think they have found a bit of stability in their top three, which was the only concern I had. Of course, they have a lot of concerns, but this is one thing which they have sorted out really well. So they defeated Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka A, and in high scoring games, which is usually not their strength. So that's a good sign for them. Uh, and one more thing that I would like to quickly add is that Chepauk looks really good as a venue. They've renovated it. It was closed after, I think, the last IPL, and I saw a couple of warm-ups being played there, and it looks really clean. And I was shocked to see that this is the same Chepauk. So that is a good sign. Uh, I think Australia didn't get game time. Their game was washed out. Netherlands, they played just one game, and they lost that one, if I'm not wrong. So a bit disappointing for them because they too haven't had enough game time before the World Cup, just like a few other nations. And England didn't play the warm-ups because they were playing against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Pakistan, they too didn't get any game time. Their only game was washed out. I hope that's not a problem in the main tournament. But Colombo is a city that, I don't know, for some reason keeps getting rainfall. What am I missing here? I think I've covered most of what I wanted to say. So now we can come to the elephant in the room, which was India. So they played against South Africa at the DY Patil. So what did
Yeah.
you make of that game?
Well, I appreciate you giving me the chance to speak. Before we speak about India, I just wanted to point out that I am really scared for New Zealand in this World Cup because of their bowling attack. Even though their batting is decent and they might score 200, but I think their bowling is capable of conceding 250 on every single game, in every single game. Because if they're conceding 200 against New Zealand, when a player like Adam Milne has taken 5 wickets, I think it's a very bad show from all the other bowlers. So I'm very scared. I think they are in
Matt
the group
Henry.
of Matt Henry. I'm sorry, and I think they are in the group of death. So I'm not expecting them to make it through. So that's what I wanted to say about them. And versus India, sorry, coming back to the India and South Africa game, I watched the highlights from start to end, and it just felt like I was watching cricket 26 stream because the way India was going with their batting, it was absolutely insane. Literally every single batter was looking in his prime form, and for all the other teams, I'm very scared now because this Indian batting just doesn't stop, and they just keep coming at you. So it's going to be an exciting brand of cricket.
Yeah, I really liked the fact that they didn't really care much about the milestones, which is something they have been doing. But maybe Ishok Kishan retire out, Abhishek Sharma as well. So they wanted to give everyone a go, which is good to see. Obviously, we expect that, but that's a good sign. I think Hardik Pandya also looks in really good form,
Yeah,
and
Tilak Verma as
maybe
well after his
yeah,
injury looks good.
this was his second game. He did play one for India A, and if I'm not wrong, did well there as well. So uh, I think a lot of positive signs. I would have liked to see Jasprit Bumrah because this would have been better practice for him than a couple of the group stage games. But I think they will treat the main World Cup with a lot of seriousness,
Yeah,
hopefully. And one more news that we got out was that Harshit Rana was ruled out of the tournament and was replaced by Mohammad Siraj. So, do you think he might get a game ahead of Bumrah in a couple of games, or would you stick to Bumrah in all the games?
I think Mohammad Siraj will play maybe the first game against USA because it gives him a chance to warm himself up and get ready for the big matches because I think he's a fantastic bowler, especially in Indian conditions. If you're bowling first, then he can swing the ball, so he's he's really good. Uh, when it comes to playing ahead of Bumrah, I think that's a bit difficult, especially in the big games. But I definitely see him playing in place of Arshdeep if Arshdeep doesn't have his best form. Because I think in the past they've tried to play Harshit Rana, who doesn't really give you a lot of confidence, but Siraj has that experience, and he can, I think, also maybe tong the ball a bit, but he shouldn't need to. But I think he's a very good option now that they've brought him in.
Yeah, I was a bit scared that they might go for an extra spinner, but
Yeah,
the fact that they've gone with Siraj gives me trust that they're not really looking for spin tracks in the World Cup, hopefully. So that's a good move because I think Bishnoi was the one who got a lot of game time,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Siraj made the cut. I honestly feel uh, I don't see Siraj starting when both Arshdeep and Bumrah are fit and ready to play.
Yeah,
So he's a good backup to have, better than Harshit Rana, but they would have liked uh, Harshit Rana as a package more than Siraj. So it makes sense. I think India won't need him In,
Hopefully.
yeah. So
Another big news is that it's kind of confirmed now that Sanju Samson won't be starting for India because I don't think he got to play during the warm-up match. So that kind of confirms it now. What are your thoughts? I think I'll go first. I'm actually quite sad for Sanju Samson because he started playing for India after the previous T20 World Cup. I think he replaced Rohit. And now that the next T20 World Cup has begun, he's been dropped just before that. So it's very unfortunate because I think he is a very talented player. He's just out of form at the worst possible time. I really hope that he gets a game. If India qualifies early, they can maybe rest Abhishek or Ishan and give Sanju a chance to play the World Cup because he's worked very hard and he's a great batter. But it's just that his performance wasn't good enough. It's not that the team has kind of betrayed him. They gave him a lot of chances and he didn't do well, and Ishan Kishan did a much better job. So it's fair but also very unfortunate.
yeah, it is. He was a backup in the last World Cup as well, which we won. He didn't get a game there. Uh, but the difference is he wasn't expecting to get a game there. But
Yeah.
this World Cup, I think even up until maybe a month back, he was a sure starter in the 11. But I don't know why, but I get the feeling that he will have a role to play in this World Cup. I won't disclose much right now, but that is what my instincts say. Uh, so he shouldn't really be disappointed or kind of throw away whatever hard work he has done, because it might come into good use, and time will tell that. I think right now he won't get to play, and rightly so, because Tilak Verma will make the cut ahead of him and Ishan Kishan will open. So one thing I could see the management try, because it is a bit of an ironic, is a bit weird situation for them, that when they begin the tournament, that is when they can try things out
Yeah.
at the very start and not later on. So maybe they can try and rejig the batting order a bit, get Surya at 3, Tilak at 4 if they want to break up the lefties at the top. Though I don't think that should be their first move. Only if maybe opponents stack off spinners against them or something goes wrong, only then they can try that. Because Surya has found some rhythm at 4, and that is something which was missing in the last few months. So now that he has found it, maybe they should stick to it. Other than that, I don't really see a lot of problems. They have got
So
Shivam Dubey, Rinku Singh and Akshar Patel, so 3 more lefties.
so Hardik and Surya are the only two right-handers in this side now.
So that can be an issue, but I don't think there are enough dangerous off spinners in the tournament.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think the only team that might enforce this strategy would be Afghanistan because I think they have Mujib, they have got Allah Ghazanfar and Nabi, who all can take the ball away. But other than that, I think it's usually leg spinners that most teams have, so it should actually play in their favor.
Yeah, and I think the kind of tracks there are in India, it won't make a difference. That is what I genuinely feel, because these guys are too good against any type of bowling. So it only will really matter if someone actually strategizes particularly against this and comes up with a plan. But even then, I can see them crossing this problem easily. So my hopes are very high. More than hopes, my expectations from this side are very high. Anything less than a trophy would not do justice to the kind of talent this team has and the kind of cricket they've played in this cycle. So that is all I can say, and just cross my fingers, shut my mouth, and wait for 8th of March. I won't shut my mouth because how will this channel run? But the other few things I'll do. So, what do you think? Do you have any wild card
Questions?
predictions or?
Yeah, I actually still stand by my prediction that India is not going to win this World Cup, and something really unfortunate is going to happen, which is going to be similar to 19th November, was it, or October? Um, because now, I mean, there's one more interesting thing that we've kind of rejigged our batting order just going into the World Cup. So all it takes is one failure and one loss. And again, there'll be discussions where whether they should bring back Sanju Samson because he has got experience and he's a righty batter. So the questions they could just come up very easily. And another coincidence is that Ishan Kishan he's involved in, I think he was involved in 2 World Cups before this. And in both the World Cups, we've faced major disappointment. So now that he's back for this, it doesn't. I mean, this team is too good, but I think one bad day can destroy everything. But my question for you would be, for the first game, who are the 4 players that will be on the bench? I think Sanju and Siraj are easy, but who are the other 2?
Yeah, so Sanju, Siraj, and I would go with Kuldeep and Sundar
Okay.
on the bench. So in the 11 you'll have Akshar Patel and Varun Chakravarti as the spinners, Arshdeep, Bumrah, Hardik and Dubey as your pacers, and if needed Abhishek can roll over his arm as well. So I think that is more than enough, and you've got a lot of batting as well.
Yeah, I kind of agree with it. I think the only change I might make is play Sundar in place of Rinku Singh, maybe, if you want that extra bowling option in the power play, and he can bat as well. So that's the only change I would make. But I agree with you.
Yeah, mostly they might make, even if they do, quite late into the tournament, because against associates I wouldn't really care. I would maybe not even notice a player missing or something on the field. I know I'm being a bit too confident, but that is something I can afford to do with this Indian team.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I think if there's everything done, we can end this podcast with your predictions and mine as well. So basically, every day on Twitter, we will post our predictions for the 3 matches on that day. So now that we
Yeah.
are recording, let's do these predictions live.
So the first game, Pakistan versus Netherlands in Colombo. Uh, I feel Pakistan will go through because in Colombo the conditions won't really be that flat, and that only plays into Pakistan's advantage.
I think it will be a washout. So both teams will get 1 point.
But if it wasn't a washout, then who would you have
Then
gone with?
it's Pakistan. But my prediction is a washout
Hmm.
because Netherlands will then be level with Pakistan.
That would mean that Pakistan are virtually knocked out of the tournament.
I mean, unless someone else beats them, because they can always beat the other 2 teams and make it through.
Yeah, so India would have to also drop a game.
Yeah.
Then the team that beats India will go through ahead of Pakistan. So I can't really take anything for granted here. Second game of the day, and probably the one I'm most interested in, West Indies taking on Scotland in Kolkata. So there the weather is pretty clear, and my option is also clear. Unfortunate, but I think West Indies will win against Scotland.
Yeah, I also think West Indies because Scotland, I'm not sure if they are in the best preparation zone. They've had a late call up, and I think West Indies are too good a team to lose against Scotland.
Yeah, a lot depends on how they handle, how they bat, because I think Eden Gardens afternoon game bowling will be the preferred option or will be more suited. So if they can handle Mark Watt and maybe Justin Graves, the spinners, I think West Indies, the rest of the matchup isn't quite a matchup.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, like we discussed in our previous episode, they are in a group where there could be competition for the second spot. So these are the games that West Indies should basically win comfortably and maximize the net run rate. So I hope they do that today.
Yeah, and then of course, the third game of the day, India will take on USA at the Wankhede. Before that game, we also have an opening ceremony. I don't know why it's before the third game, but I saw a poster where there were a few celebrities
Yeah, yeah.
mentioned.
I think
I
there's
couldn't.
Nora Fatehi, the dancer. Then they have Badshah, who is a singer. Then they have a Southern India singer again. I'm not sure of his name. And then you have Rishabh Rikhiram Sharma, who is the famous sitarist who's gaining global fame recently.
Yeah, so it's not of my interest over there, but I think the people will enjoy it. I don't
And
know
I'm
the
pretty
taste of
sure,
Indian.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the likes of Sachin Tendulkar and Rohit Sharma will be present for the fans to cheer.
Yeah, so I think the ICC treats that as the actual opener of the tournament because I haven't seen anything. Even the preview shows that they posted on their website were of the second and the third game. So they didn't actually even talk about the first game, which is quite surprising.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, if they wanted to make the third game as the opener, they could have easily just had that game the day before, Friday. Have that one game, have the opening ceremony, and then on the second day you just have two games, and then you start the 3 day, 3 games per day thing. But it's
and
strange.
it's what makes it even weirder is at the end of the league stage you have two games on one day, and the last day there's just one game, which is
Yeah,
Australia Oman. So they could have easily, if they had
yeah,
a time constraint, even then they could have fitted it easily. So
yeah. Because I feel it's a bit disrespectful to the other teams, especially teams like West Indies who are decent and they've won so many. I mean, not so many, but they've won 2 times as much as India. It's just disrespectful, even to Netherlands, Pakistan, all the other teams because they are, they're world-class cricket teams, and you can't just ignore them and then consider the third game as the opener.
yeah, so hopefully this tournament is a success, and we will be back for more. Our plan is to maybe come once every 3 or 4 days
Yeah,
and talk about the games. So that's a plan for now, but we will be active on Twitter for sure.
Twitter. Yeah,
So hopefully we have a great tournament and we will be back soon. Until
yeah.
then, this is Ved signing off.